Just 1 hour away from Copenhagen, a vocational education and training center is turning Danish students into craftspeople.
I've always been creative and practical with my hands, and then I thought I want to learn a trade. Then glacier popped up, and it looked really interesting.
I really like the work. It's not like other types of construction works, typically a lot of manual labor. We do have a few heavy lifts here and there, but mainly it's quite nice work.
It's never too late to learn new stuff, and when you're open-minded, it's always a possibility.
As Europe works to cut carbon emissions, the demand for skilled workers is greater than ever. Vocational education and training centers across the EU are leading the way, preparing students to drive the energy transition.
About 180 people are enrolled at this school, learning the skills industries are often looking for, such as glazing, roofing, and construction. Students split their time between the classroom and the workplace, discovering there are plenty of opportunities beyond the traditional academic path, and it's attracting people from all walks of life.
I studied philosophy and history, and then I also wanted to get something more of a permanent steady job, but that's quite hard being a philosopher or having studied philosophy. When you work as a glazier, it's a practical trade, and you get a more instant satisfaction working with your hands, and you can see the results more vividly.
I always knew I wouldn't go with the academic way. I've always been better with my hands. It's good we start pushing more for the green energy and for the environment. It's a big part of our job, and it's going to perhaps change how we work.
Although vocational education often provides a more secure path to employment than traditional academics, it continues to suffer from low enrollment and visibility. The Clever Hands for the Future initiative, coordinated by this school, aims to change that. Backed by 1.95 million euros from the EU Social Fund Plus, the 3-year project uses new ways to shine a light on vocational careers.
Projektets hovedformål det er sådan set at rekruttere, altså at få en masse unge mennesker til at tage en erhvervsuddannelse. Den første hovedindsats er, at vi laver et samarbejde mellem nogle af vores EUD-lærere herude og grundskolerne, så de bliver tilknyttet en klasse og har en langvarig relation, hvor det er, at de så kommer ud og viser de unge mennesker, hey, det er mega fedt at gå til håndværk. Så prøver vi at oplyse igennem vores jobcentre, hvor vi har jobcentermedarbejderne ude på skolerne, og så prøver de håndværksfagene. Og af den måde igennem, så kan de bedre vejlede dem, som skal ud og have et job.
Between 2021 and 2027, the EU is investing more than 150 billion euros in education and skills, with a strong focus on vocational education and training. To tackle skill shortages, especially in the energy and digital sectors, the European strategy supports both funding and the harmonizing of qualifications across member states.
Education is not an EU competence, it's the competence of governments, of regions. And there's a lot of important discussions among member states. Okay, but if we have, a European cooperation and exchanges and a European vocational degree, how do we make sure that we are able to, and if we want to have a recognition of qualifications, that we have these quality systems aligned. Most importantly, you need to build trust between educational systems, but for the average person, what is important is that it can travel with his or her diploma degree throughout member states, wherever the industry or the job is better suited to what they're skilled for.
The EU is also working to get more vocational students involved in international programs like Erasmus+, and to close the gender gap that still affects many trades. For Robert, this kind of support sends a strong signal to those wanting to explore alternative paths in life.
The message I would like to tell is to think about it, and there's more options than you think. And maybe you have overlooked a good option that could be a really good way for your future working life.
Europe's future depends not just on technology and craft, but on people with the skills to make them work. Investing in vocational education and training today builds the workforce of tomorrow.